Hey gang, what's up? Welcome to July. So we're doing something a little bit different in that we are focusing on one specific habit or one specific area of potential growth for you each month. So the difference here is that instead of maybe like a weekly challenge or a bi-weekly, you have the whole month to work on this, and the goal is really just to practice. Okay, a lot of these things are gonna be things you can do outside the gym, some inside, but there's not a set end in sight. Everybody's gonna be a little bit different just depending on where you actually are with this practice right now. You may be doing it. You may be doing it sporadically and you wanna improve the consistency of it. You may be really doing it well and you wanna add in and learn some new things. So it really is just, again, as we always do, meet you where you're at, and you wanna just try to build on this. So for July, we're focused on mobility. We want to keep it really, really simple. We know that July is a busy month. There's a lot of travel, a lot of vacations, so we don't want to overload you with stuff, but we do want you paying attention to another aspect of your fitness and your health other than just the days that you're coming to the gym. So what I wanted to do in this video is just explain to you kind of why we're doing it. And then you are also going to have an opportunity to learn some new exercises, and I'll get to that in a minute. So why are we doing it? Because everybody needs better mobility. So when we're talking about mobility, essentially just think of it as your body's ability to move well. So it's not necessarily being flexible. Being flexible is great, but we don't want to be too flexible because then that kind of sets us up on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like if you're not flexible at all, sometimes you get injured. If you're super flexible, you can also get injured because your body's not stable. So the way you want to look at mobility is just like your body moves well and there's no restriction in one major area versus the other. Like your hamstrings are really tight, and then that's putting pressure on your lower back oftentimes. So just the simplest way to think of mobility is just moving well. It's not being super flexible. That's not, that may come, flexibility may come with this practice, but it's not necessarily the goal. So that's why we're doing it, because everybody needs better mobility, and everybody's different on where they need it. It might be your shoulders, it might be your hips, it might be your ankles, anything. Everybody's got something. So that's why we're doing it, because you can pick and choose on what you want to work on. And how's this going to affect you and improve your life? You're going to train better, you're going to feel better, you're not going to be as stiff. We're going to reduce the risk of any potential injuries or work on any kind of nagging injuries or things that you have going on right now. What do you need for this? Not much. Okay? So take the resources that we're going to give you, which will be some specific mobility routines and drills for specific areas of your body, and also just carve out time. Just like your workouts, there's never going to be a perfect time to do this, and we can't find the time. We have to make the time. So set maybe a specific time of the day, maybe in the evening. This is an awesome kind of nighttime wind down routine, 5 to 7 minutes of mobility. So that's one thing you need, is just to carve out some time. Having the resources, you have that. And then just be consistent with it. It's a practice. It's not perfect. Practice makes better. I love that, all right? Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes better. So if you miss a day, if you were like, I was planning to do it 3 days a week, I missed a day, shit. So what? Just start again. It's all good. You're not going to be perfect on this. We just want you to work at it. So that's all you need. Now, I'm going to include some, like I said, resources for you. And also what you're going to find at the gym for this specific monthly challenge and focus is there's going to be some routines for you. Okay, so we're going to have a hip routine. We're going to have a shoulder routine. We're going to have a back routine. We're gonna have a foot and ankle routine, because those are usually the troublesome areas. And if you are just like, I don't know, my feet and my ankles are tight, try the routine anyway. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find something. So with these routines, you can take one and do it. We recommend just coming in early to your training session and doing it, or stay after and do it. Mobility you can do after for sure. So if you know, like my shoulders are usually really cranky, I probably should take the shoulder one, cool. But that doesn't mean you can't experiment with the others. So if you have more time, or if you make more time, I should say, then come in and you're like, I got 15 minutes. Let me do all 3 or all 4. If you know you got to just attack that problem area, do that. Don't get overwhelmed with this. That's what I do. Like my shoulders have been pretty troublesome over the last couple months. So when I do my mobility at home, I'll do a little bit for my hips, but it's just shoulders right now because I have to work at it. And if I try to do like, oh shit, I got to sit down and do a half an hour, I got to do my whole body, it just gets overwhelming. So pick the thing that you know will give you the biggest bang for your buck. All right, so that's July, and going forward, like I said, this is how we're gonna roll. Each month we'll still have challenges within the gym and exercises and testing weeks and, you know, challenge workouts and all those things that we always do. But each month we're gonna give you more resources and more ways and opportunities to just improve whatever the thing is, whatever the habit is, all right? So if you have any questions, reach out to any of us, and we're excited for this month. We'll get some good mobile bodies here. We'll see you soon.